So I'm not sure if you guys can see it, if you folks can see it. We've got about 3 to 4 inches of good, rich topsoil. I'm not sure what the composition is as far as clay to sand ratio. We may have to do some soil modification for drainage. But looks like we've got some really rich soil. I mean, look how dark that is. It's really dark and rich. Really pleased. We'll see what we find out. We're going to send this soil in to have it tested along with the water coming out of the natural spring. We have vicious animals on the property. We're going to have to call animal control. So right now we are going to provide some temporary power, some 30 amp power from that box over to here to feed over to here until this mini house is moved. We're waiting for the owner to see about relocating this or selling this. So that's where we are. So when I'm done, this is going to have a pole in it, 30 amp RV connector receptacle connected to that box over there with a 30 amp breaker. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. It is Friday the 4th. Projects for today. This mailbox is supposed to stand 41 to 45 inches high at the base. We clearly need to raise that. We received a new trash can. It's supposed to set right about here on trash day. I think this trash can holder has seen better days. We're going to completely remove that. We're going to put some stepping stones here. And we're going to put a post and raise this up. The only concern I have is it looks like they change where it is they grade. Depending on who comes through. This is county maintained. But they obviously want it not have to reach that far. So we'll see what we can do. And we'll keep you informed. And Bear says hello. Huh, Bear? Don't you? You gonna say hello? Does it make me crazy that I look at this and see so much opportunity? Look at all this that needs to be cleared out. We're gonna leave trees where it makes sense. Pine trees, obviously, to grow them for their wood. But look at this. This was so satisfying. Whacking up all of this weeds, excess. It's been here for who knows how long. So I'm gonna clean all of this up. We've got some trees in here. I'm not sure what type. I'm gonna thin this to where I can walk through here to our neighbor's property line, to our property line. Our property line goes, there's a shed back there somewhere. So all of this to about 10 feet on the other side of that pole, I'm gonna clear all of this out. Does that make me crazy that I wanna do that? I think so. But I'm all about crazy. I haven't slept in 3 nights. Meaning, if I have, I've gotten 4 hours sleep. Usually the last time I checked the time, it's like 1:30, 1:20. But I'm up at 6 o'clock, ready to go. Probably because I'm super excited to get all of this cleaned up and looking pretty. We're hoping to invite birds, butterflies, bees. What else? Birds, butterflies, and bees. We've been told today that there's a ton of snakes here in the summertime. So we're looking forward to that too. Call me crazy, but I'm having the time of my life. God's been really good. She's got everything pulled away, cleaning it up. She learned how to use the weed whacker today. So yeah, and I need to do some shelving in here, get stuff off the floor. At least we know where everything is. We know what we have. This is our water pump. We need to build a better water pump housing, actually. No, leave. But yeah, she's pulling water tanks away. The previous owner had a lot of the same ideas we did. I don't know what to think of that. I'm not worried about it. The bottom line is, I feel that God gave us this property to work it, and we're gonna enjoy it. Enjoy the process from start to finish. I mean, people have asked, isn't that a lot to do? And they kind of insinuated at my age. I'm not 60 yet, but I don't believe we're ever to retire from God's work. It could be that we're here for 2 years and we have an impact on someone's life for the benefit of Christ and the family of Christ. So who knows? I may die next week. Maybe I'll have an impact just on the short time I've been here. But I'm looking forward to my hobbling butt working this land. Lee and I walked. We're gonna try to fence in 2 acres out there and start with that, start gardening with that. So yeah. Oh, it's a work day. You want to know it to look at the dogs. But this is the condition the shed was in. It still is the condition the shed is in. We've actually tightened up the walls and the borders, and someone is looking at putting a coat of paint on. What's the color scheme here?
White with black trim.
White with black trim. And so someone's tearing it up now. So yeah, this was the project, one of the projects. I'm gonna go inside too. I'm not sure if it this was a disaster. It still is half a disaster, but we're making progress. This corner was a nightmare. Now it's got the tools hanging, positioned in a relatively decent spot. And I'm putting in some solar lights on both sides. Right now, we'll see how this goes. Stay tuned. Good morning. The dogs are ready to walk our property. Isn't that a cute shed? My wife did such a great job. So this is just an update. I think this is our second Sunday, so we're looking at 2 weeks and 4 days we've been here. We've started to get into the mulch for the garden, which we'll see. Mailbox project is almost complete. I need to put numbers on the side of the pole. Let's see how this works walking into the sun. Like Lee said, we've had freeze warnings past 2 days. So we left the water running. We left the water running yesterday when we still had problems, but we just didn't leave it running enough. Apparently 19 need to have a steady flow, 19 degrees. But we were fortunate, nothing major was damaged. And the bird is the cardinal. I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. He's at the top. Let's see if I can get him. He's happy. They're very territorial. We are waiting on a key to move this tiny house. Hopefully it's here today, so I can unlock the hitch. I'm going to try to pull it with the van. If that doesn't work, our neighbor Steve said he'd hook up his tractor. So we'll give that a shot, because we'd like to get in our project for today. Will it get done completely? No. I need parts, need some flashing. I'm going to put a French door across the backside of this shed so that I can start germinating seeds. Because there's not a lot of room in that trailer for germinating seeds. So, I'm in the shade. I'm in the shade of our shed. And I asked the dogs to go get me a stick. And this is what they came back with for me to throw. I don't know, what do you think? Does it got the right size? Is this big enough? Well, anyways, worked on the shed today. Got the French door up as a window for our seeds. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow and the next day. Rototilled 3 or 4 rows of the garden. And also cleaned out our driveway. Made it easier to get in and out of here without the bumps. The county does a great job taking care of the roads, but they leave a nice speed bump in our entrance. So we got that done. Lee worked on these pavers and these steps so I don't have to take a big step going into the shed. And now when it rains, we can step on the pavers and not get soaked. She also planted or relocated one of the daisies because of sun coverage. So now it is 3 o'clock. Went and picked up some more gas for the rototiller because I ran out of gas. Paid $4.16. I thought it was going down. Guess it's not going down. Apparently it's the Russians' fault, even though gas was going up before the invasion. Anyways, I'll let you guys work that out. But yeah, we're having fun, working on the land, being blessed. It's good stuff, really good stuff. God knew what he was doing. He created family and husband and wife and a desire to be in charge of the earth. It's been a good day, fun day, nice and cool. Started out 27. I don't know what it's at right now, but started out with a sweatshirt. Now I'm short sleeve. It's been good, been fun. It's a great breeze, beautiful blue sky. A lot of work to do tomorrow, rain permitting. All right, have a good one. I'm gonna sit back and relax, enjoy the breeze. So I just stepped away for a second, and we hadn't secured our awning right here, and this whole thing just went down about halfway because there was so much water on the awning. It's coming down.
That's a lot of water.
We got a big band of rain just coming through. What does the gauge say?
The what?
What is the water gauge?
0.15.
0.15, so an eighth of an inch.
In about 5 minutes.
Yeah, in 5 minutes.
It's been raining for hours. Garrett's been working in the shed. We've got quite a bit of water going on here. It's amazing. Pond looks full. I think we already filmed that the little gully that carves through our property is not leaving our property, but coming to our property, which is crazy because that pond looks really full. We are going to have plenty of water for the garden. Wow, it's safe to say we've had a lot of rain. Water is coming down the path. My sister got me the best birthday gift. Let's go take a look, see where we're at here. This is dirty water, all going into the pond, and it's coming into our property. From over here. Ooh, I hear thunder. Taking my chances. I'm wearing rubber boots. Since we had about a day and a half of rain, I thought I'd walk around the property, take a look at the pond, and show you the corner of our property that was pretty much fully dried up in the 2 weeks that we were here without rain, and show you what it looks like. All right, let's go for a walk. First, you can see our little mini orchard going on here. We've planted 8 of our 14 trees. A little more work to do here. This is going to be a little footbridge over the pond. And I think I can make it over. It's very squishy. Let's just take a moment to notice the cute boots that I got for my birthday from my sister. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, let's continue. There's a lot of water. You can see quite a bit of water here, but it gets deeper as we go. This is a lot bigger than it was. We found out what made the tire marks was some kids with, or adults with ATVs that were doing donuts through the water. But we talked to them and they understand, and they won't be doing any donuts anymore. In the meantime, we'll walk through this to see how deep it is. Not very deep. And Bear will demonstrate the deepness of the lake. I think this is bigger than our pond. This is a lot of water. So yeah, I don't know what we'll be doing with this portion of our land. What do you think, Bear? Bear loves it. He thinks it's great. Come on, come here. Come on, Bear. Come on. Come on, Bear. Come on. Come on, let's go. You love it?
Today the goal is to level this out a little bit better. There's a lot of ruts, a lot of divots to help you twist your ankle. So I'm going to level that out to make a 3-sided garden shed, and I'm going to probably plant some radishes, get some root vegetables in the ground, and see how that goes. We've just had a pretty heavy rain, and looks like our pad's holding well. It's not holding any water. Was it enough to tell? I'm not sure. But looking forward to putting some posts up and corrugated steel and pulling in garden tools.
What you got going on over here?
So this is our anchor post. We're waiting for it to set up.
About 2 or 3 months or so, should be ready.
It's kind of mushy. Hopefully we get some sun here in the next couple days.
God bless it.
God bless the post.
God bless the sunshine.
Look, we got some orange clay. Are you happy?
Yeah, we can do some pottery out here. How's it looking over here?
Yeah, so that hole started filling up with water. I didn't have to add hardly any water.
I was gonna say, it looked like it. You just pour your cement in there.
Poured my cement in there. So we're gonna call the county and let them know we're gonna do some burning we're gonna burn this grass. And I just mentioned it to Lee. And I didn't know this about her, but apparently, if you mention burning things, she's like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a torch. We're gonna light this up. So yeah, we're gonna burn all this grass down instead of whack it. It all needs to be cleaned. It's gonna be a 2-week project at least. Try and lower this water table into the pond so we don't have standing water. We just basically want to free up the standing water that's up top, let it dry out. It will fill again in the rainy season, but if we can get that to dry, it'll be a lot nicer for traversing the 2 sides of the property. So yeah, Lee went to get the torch. Have fire, Lee will be there. I didn't know. She likes setting things on fire, apparently. Are you a happy pyro?
It's really hard for me to not light all of this up right here, but we need compost and wood chips, so always this.
Well,
Every morning I get up and what do you want to do? I want to fire it up. Burn it down.
Well, any of the vines that dry out, go ahead and toast them. Even these branches, these oak branches, but they're not going to be dry for a while. So we just need to put them someplace or chip them up if I can get that chipper working. So are you going to fire up the rest of the stragglers, or are you just going to use a weed whacker to cut them down?
I don't know. Check back with me about an hour.
The project is to clean this up, make it deeper and wider so that we don't collect any water up top, that it just passes through quickly and it rests down here and in the pond. We've got so much reserve on the back side of this property and then the back corner that we'd rather contain it in one place and try to manage it in one place. So managing it here and there is better than managing it here, there, and as well as up here trying to deal with it. We'd rather have this dry out after the rain is gone, so this soil is less saturated. So that's game plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give you an idea what kind of water we have up here and see what happens to it as we progress. This isn't something that's going to be done, finished today. It's something that will take a couple weeks without doing a whole lot of anything else. Or we'll break this up a little bit at a time. But we want to get rid of this standing water. We want this to dry up pretty quick so that we can come and go and run the farm, the garden, without a lot of water. We don't mind if we have standing water over here. We just don't want it over here. So we're gonna dig down and create this much lower than where the standing water is. Lee absolutely killed it today. We cut all the weeds down with fire, and we're draining water up here on the high side, which was the desired result for water management here. Good morning. It's a beautiful day on McCash Manor. Today I'm going to plant 2 pecan trees and 2 fig trees. I don't expect fruit for at least 10 years. If the Lord keeps me that long down here on this rock. I'm also going to set 3 more poles. That one pole there in the back finally set. It's only been 5 days. It was so wet. But now that we've taken this water down, which used to be up really high on the bank, you can see how high the water was. So now that the water's been taken down, again, Lee killed it. We're going to take it down even more, probably another foot, 6 inches, to get rid of the rest of this water. But I'm hoping they're going to set up a lot quicker. So today, that's the game plan, and I'm going to work on the chipper. I received the parts from Amazon, See if I can get that thing running. I've got a stripped bolt that can't be replaced with a screw-in bolt. So we'll see how that goes. I'll try to add some spacers, see if that works. So that's the game plan. I'll let you see. Oh, we've got a blackberry we're gonna plant too from California. And we'll see how it goes. 4 trees, a bush, and 3 posts. We'll see what we get done today.
Yeah, I think the trees are getting some water. Here you see Garrett with his large pole. I bring to you the March garden tour.
Get out of there.
And this completes the garden tour. I have jokes.
You remember the important people, but you remember God's children.
Who are the important people?
Adults.
It's a good picture. I was taking your picture. I didn't film you saying I was a better Christian than you.
No, but you got the other part. I see how you are.
I probably didn't press the red button.
Yeah.